In this lesson, we are going to make contact sheets. So I'm going to launch Adobe Bridge. You see it down on the bottom dock station. I am launching it. Here it is. Again, I have to be mindful of where Adobe Bridge is looking. You see right from the status bar, we have computer. It's looking at the hard drive, user, Gail Sheridan. That's what I signed in as. On the left, you see the folders that we're pointing to. I am going to look at the desktop since I just put a folder there for this exercise. There's a folder called US Open, and that's what I'm going to use for this project. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to select all. Those are some friends of mine. Command A, since I'm used to doing that now. Now I'm going over to the Output panel. On the upper right, select Output. And now you see your view changes a bit. I have my output panel off on the right. I am going to choose a PDF. Okay, and this is where I'm going to prepare to do the contact sheets. They have some built-in systems. I like to control my own, of course, so I am going to set up my own, and I'll show you that as we go. Document, page preset. We want US paper, which is letter size 8.5 by 11. The quality will bump down to 150 dpi. That's fine. 70 we can leave as quality here. Background is white. Make sure the background is white and not black because it wastes ink. I would like you to do 3 across in terms of the layout. 3 columns and then 5 rows. So 3 times 5 is 15. We'll get 15 shots on a page. Okay, I'm scrolling down. I do prefer to keep the file name so that I can see it. It makes it easier when you are looking at the contact sheet and knowing which shot, okay, or you're making your selections, which shots you're going to select. Making contact sheets is really a principle from years back, and not everybody makes contact sheets all the time. For our purposes, we're doing this because we will be combining it with the CD/DVDs that you're burning for the project, so that when I get it, you turn it into me. I can see them on this contact sheets. It's a quick way to review. It's also a quick reference for what files are on the CD. You're not dependent on having a computer to see what shots are there. So I will leave file name selected with the extension. That's fine. No need for header. If you want to play around with these, you can certainly do that. Same thing with footer, not necessary. We're not doing a playback thing. Some people choose a watermark, not necessary on a contact sheet as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so now I am pretty much ready to go, except the one thing I haven't done yet is select my images. Oh, but look, it remembered, so I do have them selected. So I am good to just preview it at this point. So if I come up to the top right and I select Refresh Preview, Adobe Bridge is generating a sample of what this contact sheet will look like. And so there it is. I have my 3 across and 5 down. I have the file name is showing, and that's really what I wanted. So I am, in fact, ready. I didn't save this yet. All I did was preview it to see if it was the way I wanted it. So now I have to be sure to tell Adobe Bridge where I would like it to save this information. And I see the Save button on the bottom right, and we have this Save As dialog box comes up, Save As. I would like you to click the little arrow to the right of the Save As line, and that gives us the more advanced dialog box. So where do I want to save it? My advice is to always save it in the folder where your photos reside, which is US Open. Right, those are the shots that I used. I am going to give it a name. Contact sheet. And now I am ready to save it. And Adobe Bridge is doing the work. In a few minutes, you'll see it will be in that folder along with the photos. So that's all I really wanted to do at this point. And then I am ready to burn my CD or DVD. It did make it a PDF, which is what I expected. That is what we said at the top right over here in the output panel. So we're ready. We are ready to then print the contact sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize Adobe Bridge. I'm going to double click on the US Open folder. Now I'm going to double click on the contact sheet PDF. You see the .pdf on this file in front of you. Double click. That launches Adobe Acrobat. And now I have 5 pages because I took quite a few shots. For most of your assignments, you'll be shooting somewhere around 45, 50 photos. If you shoot 300, I would not recommend you making contact sheets for all of those shots. But for your assignments, you certainly have to meet the criteria of what's needed. So in this Acrobat window, I'll do File, Print. We'll use the laser printer for this printing. We won't use the good photo printers. I don't have a printer installed on this machine, but we'll go over that in a couple of minutes here. So for my purposes, I am ready to go.